Hello everybody. If you want all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 919, The Channel Crossing Part 2, Upper Intermediate. Elena stood by the ship's information desk, her heart still beating fast. The two security officers listened closely as she explained the situation. She showed them her passport and the real USB drive. One officer used his radio to contact the captain, while the other walked towards the deck doors to look for Vance. A few minutes later, Vance walked back into the lounge. He looked calm, but his face turned pale when he saw Elena pointing at him. The security officers moved quickly and blocked his path. Vance tried to argue, claiming he was just a tourist, but the officers insisted that he stay with them until the ferry docked in Calais. When the ship finally arrived at the French port, the police were waiting. They arrested Vance for harassment and took him away for questioning. Elena felt a massive sense of relief as she watched him walk away in handcuffs. Her trick with the silver cigarette lighter had saved her life and the investigation. Inside the ferry terminal, Elena looked around anxiously for Julian. She finally saw him sitting on a bench, looking exhausted and pale. He had a small cut on his lip and his jacket was torn. He stood up quickly when he saw her and walked over. Julian explained that Vance's associates had trapped him in his London flat earlier that evening. He had managed to escape through a back window just in time to catch a later train to Dover. He had boarded the ferry at the last second, but he could not find Elena in the crowd before Vance intercepted her. Together, Elena and Julian walked to a nearby cafe in Calais. They connected the USB drive to Julian's laptop and sent the files to 3 major European newspapers simultaneously. By the next morning, the story was on the front page of every news website. The company was forced to close down, and Elena finally had the justice she had fought for. If you learned a new word today, please make sure to subscribe so you can practice again next time. Vocabulary notes. Insisted. Verb, past tense. Definition. To say firmly that something must happen or that something is true, especially when other people disagree or oppose you. Example. Vance tried to argue, claiming he was just a tourist, but the officers insisted that he stay with them until the ferry docked in Calais. Similar words. Demanded, maintained, asserted, required. Example with similar word. The manager demanded to see the customer's receipt before giving a refund. Relief, noun. Definition. A happy or relaxed feeling that you get when something unpleasant, painful or worrying has ended or has not happened. Example. Elena felt a massive sense of relief as she watched him walk away in handcuffs. Similar words. Comfort, reassurance, peace of mind, calmness. Example with similar word. There was a general feeling of reassurance when the missing cat returned home safely. Interceptive. Verb, past tense, past participle. Definition. To stop, catch or meet someone or something that is moving from one place to another before they arrive at their destination. Example. He had boarded the ferry at the last second, but he could not find Elena in the crowd before Vance intercepted her. Similar words. Blocked, ambushed, stopped, cut off. Example with similar word. The police cut off the getaway car before it could reach the motorway. Simultaneously, adverb. Definition. Happening, done, or existing at exactly the same time. Example. They connected the USB drive to Julian's laptop and sent the files to 3 major European newspapers simultaneously. Similar words. Concurrently, at the same time, together, in unison. Example with similar word. The video was broadcast concurrently on television and across the internet. Justice, noun. Definition. Fairness in the way people are treated or the legal process of punishing criminals and protecting innocent people. Example. The company was forced to close down, and Elena finally had the justice she had fought for. Similar words: fairness, lawfulness, righteousness, fair play. Example with similar word: the victims of the fraud are still fighting for fairness in the courts. Story written by Gemini. Image created by Gemini. To read, listen, see all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, Drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.